Hello all, I am Professor Vaishali Shevare, Department of Computer Science from KTHM College, Nasik. I welcome all the students of SYBCA. I am going to teach you Computer Network and Web Programming Lab for Semester 3. First of all, we are going to discuss about the syllabus of Computer Network and Web Programming Laboratory. So the prerequisite for this course are you should have the basic knowledge of computer networks. The basic objective of this course is to use network commands and study network devices and LAN. Then to understand the principles and methodologies of web-based application development process. To learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, cookies and XML. After successful completion of this course, you will be able to use various networking commands, identify network devices and topology, design a website using HTML and CSS. You will be able to write JavaScripts, etc. There are various units. The first unit is Introduction to Web Technologies. In that you will study various web technologies, then basic terms, what are the softwares to create website, qualities of good website, HTTP, some protocols, www, etc. In the next unit, we are going to study HTML, its introduction. Then we are going to study various tags and attributes, client server image mapping, tables, list, how to insert them, how to insert image, text, frames, etc. Then in the third unit, we are going to consider introduction to CSS. Next unit is Introduction to JavaScript. So we are going to consider various concepts in the script, event handling, functions, examples on JavaScript operators, etc. In fifth unit, we are going to consider the basics of cookies, reading a cookie value, creating cookies, deleting them, etc. And in the last unit, we are going to consider XML, then uses, various examples of XML, using XML in web applications, etc. So this is all about your syllabus. Now related to the lab sessions, you have around 14 assignments. So like you have to use networking commands like ping, hostname, traceroute, ifconfig, etc. You have to study various network devices. Then you have the study of LAN environment. You have to study basic HTML tags. Then you have to create list using HTML tags, creating the frames using CSS, basic concept of JavaScript, functions, etc. So you have these assignments. Now related to the examination scheme, so you have end sem practical exam of 35 marks and you have continuous assessment of 15 marks. Okay, so total 50 marks are assigned for this course. Various reference books are given and ebooks are given in this slide, so you can refer them for your further studies. Now we are going to start with the first chapter, that is Introduction to Web Technologies. Now before starting what exactly web technologies are, I would like to discuss with the very basic terms. So the first term is Internet. As you all know, Internet, that is network of networks. So you can say that Internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that are used, and they use TCP/IP, that is Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol, to serve billions of users worldwide. Then next concept is WWW, that is World Wide Web, also called as web. It is a system of interlinked hypertext documents which are accessed through internet. With a web browser, what we can do? We can view web pages which may contain text, images, videos and other multimedia. Next term is web server. For what purpose we use web server? When you want to view and browse the pages on the web, you need web browser. And to publish the pages on the web, you need web server. So it is a program that runs on a computer and it is responsible for replying the various web browser requests. Okay. So next concept is web browser. So as the term suggests, we need web browser for browsing various pages and navigating World Wide Web. Lot of web browsers are available. For example, you have Mozilla Firefox, then you have Opera, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Firefox, etc. Next is protocol. So protocol is nothing but set of rules which are used for communication between computers across the network. So using protocol, two computers can communicate with each other. There are various number of protocols available like TCP, IP, UDP, SMTP, etc. Next is a Internet Protocol suite. So it is the set of communication protocols used for the internet and it is also called as TCP IP. So TCP is nothing but Transmission Control Protocol and IP is Internet Protocol. Now we are going to consider what exactly web technologies are. So these are the various tools and techniques that are utilized in the process of communication between different types of devices on the internet. So we are going to divide web technologies into following sections. So the basics that will cover web browser and sub-web application development fundamentals. Next is programming languages and frameworks which are used in the development of website. Next, databases. So why databases are required? They are used at the backend for storing data required or they will be collected by websites. Next, some protocols. So that we have already seen, that is the rules for communicating on the web. Then graphic, audio, visual and other multimedia elements for the beautification of the page. Then some data formats that are usually used for transmitting data over the internet and other miscellaneous web technologies. So we will start from the basics. We have already considered what web browser is, what protocol is, what is internet, etc. So web browser we are using for the purpose of browsing through various web pages on the given website. Then I would like to explain you two terms, that is front end and back end. So front end developers deals with making your website look like it should be. So in what way you want your website to look like. So for that purpose, front end developers will develop the web pages accordingly. For example, if you want to add images or animations, you can add them to your websites. So this is at the client side. The part of website will be visible to the user. It is used, website designing will be done over here in short. So the various technologies used in front end are HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Backend on the contrast, it is at the server side and part that remains unseen to the user. It handles various complex tasks like data organization and communication with front end to make sure that the site is running smoothly. Okay. So the various technologies that use backend are PHP, Java and Python. Then HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language which you are using for designing the web pages. Then you have CSS, that is cascading style sheets, that you can integrate into your HTML code. Secondly, we are going to use various programming languages and frameworks. For example, we are going to use various programming language like Java, JavaScript, Python, PHP, etc. Framework is nothing but you can say it is a rough outline or it is a skeleton code. It defines the basic task that the code is expected to do. For example, if we are using framework as Express, language used is Node.js, then framework is Django language used is Python. So you can use various combinations of frameworks and languages according to your need. Now we have to store all the data that is exchanged between the web, that is to be stored somewhere. So for this purpose, most of the websites have their own databases with them. For example, we have SQL Server, Oracle, Postgres, MySQL, etc. Various data formats are used like XML, that is extensible markup language, and JSON, that is JavaScript object notation. Next web technology is protocols. As you already know, protocol is nothing but rules for communication between two computers on the network. For example, HTTP, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So it defines the two concepts. First one is how the client requests are relayed to the server and how the server is responding to the client request. Other protocols that are used are TCP, IP, FTP, that is File Transmission Protocol, UDP is a User Datagram Protocol, SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, etc. Next is graphics, which is very important. So we are using graphical elements for the beautification of the page. Your page will look beautiful if you are adding some graphics into that. So we are using Canvas and SVG, that is Scalable Vector Graphics, for drawing the or adding graphics into your web page. Then other technologies that we are using is Perl and CGI, that is Common Gateway Interface, and MathML, Mathematical Markup Language, which is used for adding mathematical equations and all. There are various softwares which are used for creating the website. For example, we have Bootstrap, Dreamweaver, Squarespace, WordPress, and Sketch 3. As there are n number of websites available, so while creating website, what are the various qualities of a good website? Now we say that this website is good. In what sense we say it as a good? So there are some parameters defined. So the first one is easiness. So easiness means what? Website should be easy to use and navigate. When users is visiting your website, they should be able to find the information easily. It should not be difficult for the user to access the information. Okay, so this is easiness. Second one is relevant content. The contents on website should be relevant to the user. Okay. Next is modern. Now modern in what sense? You have to make sure that your website is using current trends and technologies. This is very important. Next, mobile compatibility. Now, as more and more number of people are using mobile phones for accessing the internet, your website should be accessed on mobile. Okay, so that is a mobile compatibility. Then is a browser consistency. It means that your website must appear and behave consistently across all the major browsers which are available. Next is effective navigation. So you may insert drop down menu or sub navigation may work better on large site with many sections and pages, right? Then error handling should be good. So it means you have to display the right error message at the right place. So that will improve good user experience. Color scheme should be contrasting. The right contrast between background of the website and content should be there. Load time. Nowadays, everyone is impatient, so no one will wait for a long amount of time for opening the page. So you must optimize your website to ensure that it doesn't take too long for loading the page. Okay. Then security factor is also very important. So your website should ensure proper security measure to protect it from the hackers. And last one is your design of the web page should be very professional and simple. It should not give a gaudy look. So these are the various qualities of good website. Thank you.